Alright, we have game 2 of the Average Joe's 1v1 semifinals. This is Xandixs versus the Canadian, and this is best of 3, by the way, for the rest of the tournament. And if you didn't see last game, it was pretty close for a while there. Canadian actually just barely pulled ahead, getting his natural taken out, so it was no base versus one base for a while there, but Canadian did have a huge army, so he was able to pull out a couple medevacs at the last second and drop on Xandixs' final base. So it was a really intense macro game. I expect both players here to do a little tiny bit of turtling. I could be wrong, but I imagine both of them are really cautious trying to get into the final game here. Looks like both players are going to do some kind of a wall off. It is much more beneficial for Canadian to do a wall off than it is for Xandixs, the Protoss player, because as Terran, it is very easy to drop these supply depots and get an army out and you know, deny that real early scout very quickly because of a barracks and 2 supply depot. As soon as that wall goes up, that Protoss player is denied any kind of scout into the main Terran's base, at least unless he has some kind of probe tucked away here, but it is pretty hard to get away with something sneaky like that against one of these high-skilled players. So we do see a refinery right after that supply depot finishes, no barracks quite yet, and Xandixs as Red Protoss here scouting out the wrong base, unfortunately, but he is going to find him eventually there. And here's the barracks going down, leaving the space open. I imagine we'll see a tech lab pretty soon here, especially because of that refinery. Maybe we'll see some Reaper harass, and then we'll definitely see another supply depot there to deny scouting. Meanwhile, at the Protoss base, we have the gateway just about to finish. It really does hurt the Protoss more, because if you have this walled off, you have a very small choke here, which is nice for defense, but if you have to push out an army to defend your natural, it's really slow to get an army through a tiny little hole like that. So we'll see if that plays out in this game at all. Until it does, no harm done, right? And again, probe harass coming from Xandixs here, even using an SCV to repair the one getting attacked. So 3 SCVs off the line now. That probe's doing a pretty nice job. And I love the micro, keeping him moving and on the go to make sure that shield regenerates, and then an orbital command as soon as that barracks finishes. Always important to get that orbital command very soon so that you can get those mules pumped out. And look at that, Xandixs again going for that assimilator to try and keep Canadian from getting that gas, maybe hold off those siege tanks a little while longer. But he's going to see this barracks is producing a unit, and it does have a tech lab. Chances are it's not going to be a Marauder. It is, in fact, a Reaper on the way. And these SCVs just trying to push that probe out so he can get that scouting denied. But I think he saw it in time. He's going to be able to hopefully get a Stalker out. It is going to take a little while if this Zealot isn't chrono boosted out. He is getting another Zealot, so he's not going to have that Stalker in time. That Reaper is just now finished, and he is going to make his way across the map. Looks like, yeah, Zealot coming in here trying to harass the Terran Canadian while this Reaper is sitting on this high ground, just chilling out for a minute, probably waiting for this second Reaper to come. And I don't see any defense here from the Canadian. This Zealot is pounding on the supply depot. Canadian really needs to get an SCV down there and repair it. I don't know if this Reaper is going to be out in time. And yeah, doing that typical wall off for the Protoss player. We'll see how that pans out in the long run. But this supply depot extremely low. I don't know if this Reaper is going to be able to finish him in time. Ooh, gotta get a repair down there. Oh, just a minute too late. That Zealot is going to pull back. And Canadian did lose a supply depot there. Very big loss considering everything. But we do have the second Reaper down here. And even speed being researched for Reapers. So, and a reactor and a third barracks, so we'll probably see a nice big fat bio ball after this Reaper harass. Do we have a Stalker on the way yet? Yes, finally a Stalker being chrono boosted in by Xandixs there. So these Reapers are going to be able to kite these Zealots easily until this Stalker is finished. I don't know. Ooh, yikes. Oh man, a little bit of miss micro there. These guys really need to clump up as best they can. And now coming in to hit the probes. That's going to do a lot of damage for sure. He only has one zealot down there. That stalker still not coming into play here. He's just kind of chilling up here, letting these probes get nuked. And, ooh, that stalker does not kill them off. Both of those Reapers very low. One in the red. One has 20 health. One has 2 health. So, actually gets both of those Reapers out of there amazingly. And Xandixs finally able to hold off that harass. But I think the damage has been done. Quite a few hits from both players there. One of these has 1 kills, the other one has 1, so he got 2 probes worth of kills. I really thought he got more than that. I guess there's a little bit of mismicro. This poor guy only has 4 health. And Canadian finally taking out that assimilator, going to be able to get that gas. Right now getting a command center. Looks like he's trying to expand. Not a big army though, 6 units. I can't say that much though, because Xandixs also very few units here. I like that he spread these zealots out and the stalker out. Even has one here, so he's got some nice view across the map. Probably going to be able to hold off another harass of any sort. And Warp Gate, of course, being chrono boosted in, a must for any kind of Protoss player. Even a Twilight Council, so maybe we'll see charge lots this game, maybe we'll see blink. I'd imagine he's going to get the charge tech to deal with these marauders though. I'm pretty sure he's assuming there's some kind of very heavy marauder ground. Canadian loves doing that these last couple games. And these Reapers going out again, taking a peek. Sitting him on this high ground, hopefully trying to snipe anything that touches that Xel'Naga watchtower. But this Zealot is just a little bit outside of range there. And we have a barracks with a reactor not producing anything, a second barracks not producing anything with a tech lab, and this one is producing 2 marauders and a factory going down. So Canadian getting a little bit behind on his macro here, not going to be able to support